holding the hourglass right now.
Yeah, and just to fill you guys in, the current status was that Professor Thaddeus was basically just rambling, thinking of possible experiments and more ideas as to how to implement this goo that you guys appear to have a connection with. And let's see, Leaf. Now that your pack starts to buzz and vibrate a bit, as Leaf, you pop out directly to the top left.
So like here?
Yeah. That would be... I thought top left
That's top
was
right, because top
Firn.
left would be on top of Firn.
Yeah.
So I land on top of Firn.
Yeah.
All the directions.
I rolled die, and the die says 8, and 8 was on top of Firn, so...
Nala
thing
steps on the
is-
circle.
I was gonna say, the thing is with how tall Firn is, does B actually land on top of Firn, or just like stumbling into his back?
Basically, you just plop right into Fern's chest.
I'm pretty sure he was facing King.
Or, okay, fine, back, but you still get him dirty with sand.
Plop.
This isn't pollen.
But yeah, at the moment of the impact, you start coughing up sand and spitting it out, and Thaddeus realizes someone's coughing and everything, looks over, and sees that there's a new person there. Someone that he recognizes. You! What?
Cough, cough, cough. Oh, great, it's you.
Don't just, it's you, me! You at the store!
Do you two know each other?
We met briefly.
Wait, are you not as infected as everyone else? Are you like them? And where did you come from? How did you get here? And why are you covered in sand? You're digging up my toy!
King says, I would like to know the same thing. Where did you come from?
Nala pulls out the Oracle of Sands. This is important.
When two beholders really love each other...
You stop that!
That's how that works.
That's not what you meant by where did you come from?
I'm fully aware of the main cycles of beholders, alright?
Why are you
Oh,
aware
you
of the main
are?
cycles of beholders? Are you trying
I'm a
to fuck
professor!
me?
If Nala's holding up an hourglass, King walks up to it.
There's literally the entire party between you and the hourglass.
Around.
Do you literally just take the long way around?
Assuming...
Oh yes, hourglass.
Yeah.
King, the hourglass, you recognize it belonged to Franklin. It was like the little top part of it.
You ain't
How
Richard.
tall is King?
9 feet.
Very.
Yes.
I guess?
Yes.
Well, I know
So-
that Firn was like 6 foot something, and King is
King
taller
is like
than Firn.
several feet taller than
Ye-
Firn.
He is in the 10 feet range.
Several. Oh my god.
9 feet.
I thought he was 7.
9.
Leaf is literally at like King's shin or knee because she is 4'8".
Yeah, wouldn't that be like hip?
If he's 10 feet tall, no.
9 feet.
Oh, 9 feet.
Basically
Oh.
10 feet.
Okay, but it would put you at face height to King's crotch, which is a little bit funny.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I need to look at a picture of a person who's 4'8" near something that's 10 feet, like 9 feet tall, and I don't know how to look this up.
You're like a loincloth height. It's fine.
So you told me that you can have that?
Yes.
Can you all do that?
It's not my choice.
Hold on, wait. I think I have the perfect photo to demonstrate what this looks like.
I don't trust you. Oh no.
Hold on, no,
Scraps
wait,
and
I
I
think-
have
I'm gonna
not
throw it
been
in
in the
meme.
hourglass.
It's in memes.
I don't think that that's right either.
No, I think that's correct.
I feel like that's more like Leaf next to Firn.
No, I think that demonstrates it perfectly.
I'm already.
I think I might have a better one.
May I see that?
Yeah, King
Rather
like
just
looks at his
previous
like
moment, that's fucking hilarious.
King looks at his hand, I guess, with and it just has an hourglass symbol with 3 lines.
How our group looking like? Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, the back
The
of our
world-
hands also have that. It's got some
World
sand in
problem.
it for Leaf and I, but aside from that,
He says, "So
He
we're
carefully
connected."
grabs the hourglass as he looks at it. This is an odd device, and you somehow can get into it. And you don't control it, it just happens at random times.
it just whenever before we get sucked into the hourglass, we sort of separate into multiple people, and then we get turned into sand and go into it.
I'm below
I'm-
crotch level. I just. I
Tell me
found
that was in character,
this.
please. I want that to be
No.
in character.
No, it was not.
Please.
I'm in dire need of all of your guys' blood right now.
You can fuck off.
I think most of us are using some of it at least.
Oh,
d-
he needs a sample to.
I just need a small sample, that's it.
How much is a small sample?
Like a little test tube size.
What's a test?
I'll eat up King's blood, he's fine with it.
King
Well.
says, if it could help us, we should probably give him as much as he needs. Unless you guys don't care about this whole thing that happened to us.
I mean, he can have all of my blood he wants. Here, and I hold out my hand empty-handed.
I mean, I'm not going to take all your blood, but yeah, and he hands you your hourglass back as he goes over to his tools over here, and as he's turning, he just like stops looking at Leaf like, ugh, why? How?
Leaf looks annoyed at him.
I mean, I already gave him all of my blood.
Welcome back, Mush. Oh, we found her.
You
Hey,
then also see Leaf reach into her fluff around her neck and pull out this ferret and just start like wiping off dust from it. Like sand and dust, I mean.
Ferret?
A ferret.
Leaf, you see a tiefling wearing orange and brown robes with large earrings and jewelry on her body as he looks over. Does anyone care to explain?
That's a whole situation. It's long, but like, Leaf,
Explain
when
which
did you
part.
get a new pet?
This is Periwinkle. Remember the bat?
Yes, but that's not a bat.
No, because the bat died. Ask Nala.
Nala, did you kill Periwinkle?
You look around and notice Nala is not next to you.
Where did Nala
Nala
go?
is currently taking blood from. Nala's currently having her blood taken by Thaddeus, just a small amount.
Where?
Leaf turns and looks at King.
Technically,
have a-
Periwinkle committed suicide.
Well, that's concerning.
It was by Nala's order that Periwinkle lifted off. Therefore, it was Nala's order that killed Periwinkle. But it doesn't matter. She's back now. And you see Leaf like pull the ferret close and snuggle her.
The ferret curls up into your neck as it kind of makes a little tunnel in your fluff and comes out on the other side.
I want a pet.
Thaddeus puts a stopper on the vial of blood that you gave Noah, and he comes over to the rest of them with a needle and a few small vials. All right, who's next?
Is this going to help us
Me.
be able to like go home at some point?
Periwinkle growls at him.
Possibly. I'm not quite sure the implications yet, but once I have more analysis and more data, I can see about maybe bringing yours back home.
King
For
says,
you, my Tauntaun friend, I'm going to at least require a little bit of your body. A small scrap piece, if you will.
Suppose that's doable.
Thank you. He go ahead. He starts drawing blood from you, Ember, as it goes in, and you know that Ember's blood of over everyone else's is rather brighter than everyone else's.
Yahoo!
He puts a stopper on it. All right, which one of you now?
I suppose I'll be helpful.
He
Although I'm generally suspicious of you needing my blood.
he pricks your arm as he draws some blood, and fills a small vial, and you're good. That leaves you, Scraps, and you. I don't think I want to ask it.
I'm Leaf.
Ignore that, please.
Don't be rude to Lee.
Wait. Did Ember just, like, defend?
Please ignore that.
Oh, okay. Reflex?
Just smacking him for leaving.
Yeah, I thought you were like,
Yes.
I defend her honor.
You're doing something.
Alright, so are you going to give me blood, or are you going to opt out?
Only because it can help the rest of them.
Alright, he carefully grabs your arm, as you notice that his fingers are rather long for an elf, as he draws some of your blood and puts a stop on it after it's done. Well, if it is you, do you have a piece I can possibly pry off, or that you can take off yourself?
I could take some shavings off some of my plating.
Alright, you do that. I'm going to start doing some analysis on these blood. If it's the same as King's, I have a theory as to why you're all going into the hourglass.
Because the blood is the goo and the goo is the blood.
Time slime!
Who's king? Is that this the
You
giant
see,
guy?
Oh, man.
you would know him. You recognize him from the past. You remember that he was more of a very, very big brother.
Second. Leaf just looks over to King.
The little one.
And she just like instantly flies up and hugs you,
He gives
face
you
buried in beard.
he gives you like a one-handed arm around hug, not to squish you.
So is anyone else worried by the implications that we may not be real?
I
What?
mean,
Be real? What?
Thaddeus was saying the goo is the blood and the blood is the goo. Or that we
These
are
are
the
bodies.
goo or something like that.
I hadn't thought that far.
In my tomb, I had no memories until I saw that mirror. Is it possible that these bodies are simulacrums and that our memories were simply downloaded into them?
What's that?
Potentially.
Simulacrum?
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Like, I know what a simulacrum is, but, like, simulacrum?
That these
Hey.
are copies.
Hey Muse, can you remind me of what what Richard had told us before dying about how he got us here?
He basically froze time for a moment so that we could pull you all out, and then he basically put you in stasis so that way you could heal and regrow what has been injured and damaged.
So in other words, he didn't mention us having to have changed bodies or anything like that.
yeah, but like,
Richard didn't say anything like that. He said that we were in some sort of almost like a frozen state to
I think
heal.
we have to figure out more about this time screw stuff. To see
Sorry,
if
one
we-
sec.
Well,
He's
did
joking.
anyone tell you about the bones?
Somewhat. That you
In the
find them.
tombs.
We've been finding some here and there. We haven't found many, and
We have found
honestly,
three.
only small ones so far. But every time that we do, we absorb some power from them. And it's almost as if each time that we collect one, our hourglass fills up, and Leaf will come closer and show you her hourglass, which is now, I believe, two spots bigger than what King's would be.
Yes.
On your hand. Okay.
I thought it was just like more sand in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you find these bones, it fills up the mark on your hand.
And like I said, you absorb some sort of power from them. It's like we're collecting Kronos' power from collecting his bones. And someone had one of the only people that we have found that still follows Kronos has a church in
Canes.
in Canes. And he was thinking that by collecting his power, we might have the power to bring ourselves back.
That makes
Or
sense.
at the
If you're
very
collecting,
least, stand up.
if you're collecting his power and his power allows you to control time, then that makes sense.
And along with that, it might be a good idea to collect them anyhow, so that way they don't fall into others' hands, because we don't know if they can be collected by others.
The king nods at that.
Yeah,
Says, "Yeah,
but,
that's what I was thinking."
But like, also, if we go back in time, and we defeat the big bad, like, before all of this happens, like, wouldn't Kronos have never died at all?
We're not sure if when we'll be going back, what will have happened. We might go back right after we were in our stasis, or we might go back right after Keynes was killed. I don't have any idea on what will happen.
When we have mastery over time, I think we'll have more answers.
Yeah, it might be different timelines or sorts.
There's also the issue that if we go back in time and undo things, we're killing everybody here.
This is, well, my people are pretty much all already dead, so I don't
Wait,
want
what?
to kill them.
Yeah, what do you mean, Scraps?
Like, Thaddeus, how old are you?
Thaddeus is currently eyes deep in a little, looks like microscopic micrograph as he's studying the blood.
It doesn't matter how old
So
he
he's not
is.
really paying attention.
One doesn't
Well-
really matter, because he would still cease to exist. As
Yeah.
would the mayor, as would every single person we've met in this time.
Why?
They're all just gone if we
Why?
go back in time.
I would not like that. I would rather stay alive. Thank you.
Again, why?
The thing is that it's not the same as killing them, because
Is
it is going to a different
It is the same
timeline.
as killing them.
Why are they
Like,
dying? What are you
they
talking
never
about?
exist. Okay, so like brief out of game conversation here. So like if you like were to travel back in time to, I don't know, when you were like 15, so that you could make different choices from there on. The version of you that existed beforehand would no longer exist. And also, all of the things which you have had, however minute an effect on since you were 15, would be different.
Yeah.
Now, in a situation like this, wherein the event that we are altering is like world changing, there's no guarantees as to how that's going to change the world and what that is going to do. And even if like Riddle is going by rules of, well, everything will be fine and everyone will survive and all of that, and we'll still never see any of these people again, quite probably.
We'll be 300 years in the past, so yeah, we won't see them again. But the idea is these people...
They will never exist.
Well,
We don't
will.
know that.
They will. Their personalities might be different because their
No,
experiences they have
won't.
might be
They will
different.
not. Almost no one will be, because 300 years, we are changing the world. There are going to be plenty of people who survived that didn't, or died who would have survived. They are going to have different children. So almost no one is going to, who is currently alive on this planet, is going to still be alive.
Another thing is that we don't know if we would be going to another timeline where these people still exist here and we're just in another timeline.
It's
We
basically
don't
like
know.
saying, hey, your town's kind of crappy. We're going to kill everyone, burn down the town, rebuild the town, and populate it with a completely different group of happier people.
So first off,
That's
out
our
of character
objective
stuff.
here.
Out of character, we're talking about time travel, which doesn't exist, so it can be whatever it wants to be, right? We do one thing, and the only thing different is this bad guy is not in the timeline anymore, and that's it. Everything's
But
exactly the
that's
same.
That's not how
That's
any
not how it
universe
works.
works.
Okay,
That's not
explain to
how
me.
We don't know
Okay,
how it
explain
works.
to me how magic works in D&D, so I can tell you we can't have magic in D&D anymore because magic doesn't exist and doesn't work any like way we think. It does.
Anyway,
Time
I know.
travel is based on causality, which is
Ember?
well understood.
Oh, you troll.
Anyway, I just want to say one thing so that we can get off this, so that way we can talk about this later when we're not doing all this. Leaf, you notice that there's a shock.
A shock? Do you
Yes.
mean the creature here? Yeah.
Yes.
Does it have a magical property?
It does not have the magical property, but you see that pretty much the entire container it's in does.
Leaf is going to slowly start approaching it while everyone is talking.
All right.
So how much of that was in character, by the way?
Everything that involved Firn talking about time travel, because that's the most Firn would have ever talked ever.
That's what makes it out of character.
So King looks and says, well, it doesn't really matter what happens. I'm here to save my people.
See, my impression was we were going to undo the damage that was done.
Was destroying all of my people in the island we live on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here, trying to do this. I don't know why everyone else is here, but I assume you have reasons?
What kind of magic is on the container?
It's not on a container; it's more so in it. Like what he's swimming in, residing in, is
It's in the
magical.
water.
Yes.
What kind of magic?
Alteration.
Alteration.
The moment the shark kind of like, for a moment, just like lunges at you, but it bonks its head on the glass as it just starts swimming in and around. Aha!
What are you
He
doing
turns
to
around
the shock?
see you. He turns around to see you and he's like, oh, 5 feet distance, please.
She gets closer. What are you doing to the shock?
I am simply enhancing it so that we can help clean up the area.
What do you mean by enhancing?
Alright. Not every shark or lamprey or whatever you want to call them have any real use in this entirety on the continent. I've been simply just catching them one by one so that way they can at the very least filter out all the nasty, odd, chaotic magic that's been everywhere. The reason outside near my laboratory and raindrop is all nice and clear is because that they have already cleared it out.
How are they doing that?
They're simply absorbing the excess magic and just desiccating it out.
Is that why they could, like,
Could what?
absorb elements?
I suppose that there is a possibility that could have happened. I mean, I haven't really implemented on it further damaging magic. I've just also focused on them just residing in the area and just absorbing it and then just defecating it later on. Creating fertilizer, if you will. But I think
Yeah.
I have found out why you're going in the hourglass. It's to
Why?
recharge you.
Recharge?
Yes. Here, let's all get together. 1 second. And he goes over everyone with a book in hand.
Well, King, what we had before still exists, so that doesn't change anything for any of us.
Oops.
It does. If you're talking about what we had in the past, I still want to go back.
I would also like to go back.
Well, with what I think is a good theory, I think that might be possible. You see, when you enter the hourglass, the slime within your body is basically saying that it needs to rest. For some reason, when you go in there, it basically recharges it and gets it more vitalized. And basically, correct, Leaf?
Yes.
The slime within your body is more active and flowing freely. Everyone else's is slightly slower and more tame, subdued, like they've lost their energy.
Is that why I'm the one who ends up going into the hourglass the most?
Perhaps, but I'm not sure until further tests are done. But if this is what I believe, we can use the hourglass as a type of wormhole to take you back to your original time.
Would that be damaging for time here?
That's unclear, honestly. Theoretically, if you even attempted to go back and fix any issue there, it would cause a calamity event that would just rupture the entirety of time itself, basically rendering everything moot and pointless. But this is because we also don't have the god of time alive anymore. Perhaps with his willingness to aid, if you are indeed what you say you are, as his allies or whatever you
He
will
hates
say.
us.
Regardless, if he does find favor with you, perhaps there is a way to ensure that this timeline remains intact, whereas you can regret your home and reside there for whatever time you have left. What is he doing? He notices that Ember is right by the shock.
As long as he's not blue, he is a pacifist that doesn't kill anything. So, is he blue right now?
He's always blue. Or rather, he has like little blue tinge to his hair.
Oh no. Ember!
Huh?
Ember?
Oh, I'm just looking at it.
He, for some
Let's
reason, likes.
continue with your science talk. I got this.
For some
What?
reason, he likes animals.
What is it?
It's shock.
Hey, Ember, do you want to come play with
Shark?
Periwinkle?
Periwinkle?
The ferret jumps down from her shoulders and runs over to Ember and just crawls up his leg.
I love you!
Why does Ember get to play with the ferret?
Uh,
Where did you come from?
still
Periwinkle
worried, Dad?
squeaks.
You are all the oddest group of people I've ever met.
Fair enough. So, Hourglass will get us back to our time, but figure out stuff with time first before we try that, so we don't kill everyone.
Do you
Yes.
think that collecting the bones of the previous god of time would allow us to understand time more?
It is a working theory that might actually prove to be the most benefited of anything, really. If you had more control of time itself, perhaps you can use it to concentrate it and can ensure that the wormhole stays stabilized, so that way it won't just close. Because theoretically, if it does close, and you are in the original past, that ensures that this timeline is completely doomed. The wormhole will
Whereas
basically
if
be
we-
an anchor point.
So, in other words, we would have to create another timeline where we go back to the past.
But with Kronos being alive in your time, it is very possible that he can just simply snap his fingers and will it so.
So, the problem that I'm seeing is, one, if we make a separate timeline where we go back in time and none of this happened, that's good for us. But this timeline is still doomed to whatever
No,
fate.
no.
I mean, I wouldn't
that
say
there's
it's doomed.
timeline-
Sure, it has its flaws and everything, but I mean, there are a few people that are, alive, well, and managing fairly competently.
The guy we were fighting before we were sent back in time, is he still around?
I mean,
He's the god of time now.
Yeah, and he hasn't exactly been doing any time-related god things, so I'm assuming he's either off doing his own thing or he just left us all to, well, fend for ourselves.
What does a time god do?
Ask Kronos when we meet him.
That's not helpful.
Nella raises up her arms and, like, what do you want?
Knowledge?
What do gods do in general? They do the things that gods want to do.
So right now the plan is to try and create a second timeline where we all go back and live our lives normally without this happening. And if something arises along the way with the new time god doing something, we have to reevaluate the plan then.
I mean, there might be a way to learn this. It's honestly just a rumor at this point. I haven't had any physical evidence to support this, but there is a place that supposedly has just infinite books and scrolls of information that are beyond any of our ages.
What are you babbling on about?
The Redditance Athenium.
I think that would have a location of where these bones could be.
I mean, theoretically, this place, by legend, has information on every location, every spell, every creature, every person's lifespan throughout the entirety of their life, all within a book at that place.
So
So you could, in theory, find the book that is of Basalt and find out where he is.
I assume we have no other leads, so this is probably the best we have.
where is
Again,
this
this is
place?
just a legend. Like I said, it's just a legend. There's only been rumors of it happening. There hasn't even been a single document to prove that it even exists.
Well,
But
what
now
are the
the-
rumors?
And the rumors are that it's high atop the highest peaks within the world, but the highest peaks in the world now all destroyed.
There are no more
And
mountains.
snow blanketed in shrouded mystery, and that only those that are worthy can even enter.
So that one mountain continent, maybe?
Hang on.
Perhaps.
Leaf is gonna pull out the drawing of the symbol she had seen in her dream. Does this mean anything to you?
That's the symbol of the Earth. How in the...
She's magic.
Oh, great. So that's where she's trying to tell me to go.
What is the name of this place again? That is?
The name of the place?
Rat library? Was that a...
Let me, it is very complex, so I shall just go ahead and send it here, so that way, there.
Syrian.
The Reticence Athenium.
Pool library. Good enough. Okay.
I really hope that directly translates to cool library, by the way.
But if you... Well, explain, how exactly do you have the symbol of it?
Cool.
She's magic.
I'm a warlock, and my patron showed it to me in a dream.
Well, I'm assuming your patron wouldn't just show you something that wasn't even alive or existing.
She shrugs. I had a dream where I was in a place where this was where it was on top of the mountains. This was on the ground, and there were some doors. And when I went through them, I woke up.
Maybe
Oh.
it's a metaphor.
Was that the reason we went to that island?
Yes. I thought that
So we were
might
that
be
close
there.
to the place?
I don't think so. It was just. I think.
So you went through doors. Were you on the ground or in the air or mountains?
I was on a mountaintop where it was snowy. There's nothing but mountains and snow all over the place. And then that was on the ground, and when I stepped on it, it was like this warming sensation came over me. There were these doors with these like stone like things outside of it, and when I opened the doors and walked through, I saw a light, and then I woke up. At least, B, is that correct? I'm pretty sure that's what
Yes,
happened.
that's correct.
Yeah. I wanted to double check that I was remembering the ending correctly.
So Kingsley, do
You
you
are
guys know of any other areas with mountains?
It was a dream. I didn't really have all that much time to go and explore it.
No. I'm asking, do you guys know of any place here where there are mountains?
Did I roll history?
I will also do the same.
Go ahead. No history. Everyone that wishes to participate in this history roll.
I think King would have searched for mountains before trying to find his people.
Not any mountains like that, at least.
Nala, you recall that in this area at least, there's not that many large mountains within Mista. But Scraps, you would think of a place that might have plant mountains, being the Frozen Soul. It matches with the snow. There are quite a few mountainous peaks, so it is possible that it's there.
So that snowy mountain continent?
Frozen Soul, yes.
Hmm.
So,
Do you say
see, and
anything about it?
I've not explored this world. You say most of the mountains have been destroyed?
Well, I mean, the tallest ones of Sky's Grasp.
What of Frozen Soul?
I mean, that still stands. Sure, there are mountains there, but I wouldn't say that they're exactly the highest peaks.
Maybe. What if this place moves to the highest peak available?
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Hmm.
Something that's that special, it has to be some kind of magic connected to it.
I mean, it's a theory. I can't imagine it's the amount of magic needed to move it around to fit whatever scenario falls for it is beyond anything compare.
Compared to sending up to 8 people 300 years to the future, and then reincarnating them in a bunch of time slime?
But, I mean, the library has information on everything. I'm pretty sure they can spare a little magic to hide it.
Also,
A mobile door is not that complex compared to some of the things we've seen.
do you know more about this stuff? And Leaf will pull out some of the goo from her pocket. So King would notice that Leaf just reaches into a pocket and pulls out some goo. Some purple
Oh yes,
goo.
that's the same. That is the same time slime that is from his coffin.
Do you
Wait,
know
isn't that
anything
from
else about
Scraps?
it? Yeah, it's from Scraps' place.
Can you say that again, Sage?
Do you know anything more about it?
All that I really know is that this same goo is within your bloodstream.
Weird. Do you know why it does that weird cleaning property?
Not really, but I mean, it is useful for when I need to clean up the lab, which I'm definitely going to do now to sanitize everything after you all touched stuff. What is he doing?
Playing with a ferret.
Yeah, Periwinkle is just like running around and like playing with Ember.
He storms over and you see that Ember is holding a ration, looking at the top of the tank. What are you doing?
Hi.
Do not feed the experiment!
Why not?
Because you're going to contaminate the entire water. I'd have to do it all over again.
Periwinkle like runs up down Ember's arm and eats the ration from his hand.
There's only half.
Oh, well, I guess you need to eat too.
You need to get
Regardless, I cannot do this by myself. I have the knowledge of the actual goo itself, but I do not have anywhere near the technical prowess or the magical prowess to even begin to stop this.
I'm quite adept with arcana and magic if I can help at all.
Well, I would need to have at the very least, like, no offense to you, you are all over 300 years old, but I need someone with wells of experience and knowledge of this, because I've just barely started this out.
I mean, if you manage to,
What
like,
if-
jumpstart our memories, we did spend a sizable portion of our lives walking
What
around
about
with
Father
the demigod of
Alzi?
time.
Who?
Father Alzi?
Richard. If you can jumpstart our memories, we walked around with Richard for a long time, so maybe that would be wellsprings of knowledge.
He's
Wait.
saying whom to leave.
Yeah, there is
Huh?
Richard in our memories, but what about Father Alzi? He was the the only follower still in this time. He may know something.
I request his presence. Where can I find him?
Haynes.
He's in Dry Town.
I request your aid. Can you go get him?
We will be returning to Kane's, so we could talk to him.
Brilliant. I'll see about doing any more research to see if there's anyone that can supply the technical prowess to see if we can make some sort of device that will hold the wormhole in place.
If you require Father Alzi to get here quickly, would you mind if I placed a warp stone target here to return here?
Oh, I've placed plenty around here. I barely go out myself.
Yes, but I mean, do you have a problem with me having one in your lab here? Is why I was asking.
No, but you have to be sure that it's in a safe spot that we will last for a bit longer.
Direct me to the safest place I can put it.
It also will take us about 2 weeks, assuming we get transport like tomorrow, to get back to Kane's, and then Dry Town's a few days walk, so we'd be cutting it
We
pretty
also have
close.
to go to the Oasis at some point, yes?
Yeah, Dry Town's
Yeah.
closer than the Oasis, but the Oasis is probably a higher priority.
Right.
Once we get back to Kane's, we could always split up into 2 groups. Someone taking the bear back to the Oasis, and one headed towards Dry Town.
That's a good way to cause problems, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure I really trust us getting too far apart, but with the whole being randomly sucked into an hourglass thing.
So
We do still not know we don't know the effects on what happens if we are too far away.
what is the problem? There's 2 locations we need to go to. One to bring the mayor, and the other to find this man for him.
Yeah, but if we want to return this man here quickly, we're cutting it really close by just using a warp stone.
Is there any one on the way?
He's
Kind
not
of.
on the way.
One you go west, the other one you go southwest. But you travel
Well, it
by
also
river, so
depends
the
on-
Oasis is closer.
Yeah, I was also gonna say it depends on where we go in Kane's when we return.
Saying you have the ability to teleport.
No, only temporarily, kind of.
It's a one-shot deal.
It's a one-shot deal, and you have to be in a place that you want to return to and place a markdown, which usually only lasts about a week, maybe 2, if it's in a safe location, before wearing off.
So we can go to this man he wants to meet, explain what he wants, give
It
him
takes
this.
2 weeks to get to the minimum to get to the place that this man is at.
That is by transportation or by foot?
By transportation, but we can't teleport there, is the thing.
We can teleport back, but we'd have to all be together if we didn't want, somebody
To
to
be
get
split up.
Saying
stuck.
you can teleport back, so why don't you just teleport him by himself?
But as I'm saying, it is a temporary thing, and we would be really close on timing.
Yeah.
So it could be all for naught anyhow.
King just says, well, I'm getting mixed information, it seems like. Nala's telling me we could teleport back, and you said we may not be able to. It's fine. So the idea is we might be able to teleport back, or we might be able to teleport him back. If we make it there in time.
Yes.
That's the best we
I think
have.
the issue is not. The issue is that we have another pressing matter that has to be attended to first. And by the time we do it, the warp stone may have worn off.
Yes. So
Exactly.
what I suggest is we head to this man. If we make it in time, we send him back. We continue on to bring the mare, and that's it. If we don't make it in time, we see if the gentleman would come with us, accompany us to the mare, bring her back, and then come back here with him.
The thing is, we have like a week or less to get the mare home
Why is that?
because her town is about to be raided.
Like
We didn't
goblins?
have a time.
Huh?
We didn't have a time that they're gonna attack. We don't know when that's gonna happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was told you had a time that from the time you left, it was like a month. And that you spent
Either
like
way,
a
matter.
week and a half or so before I met you guys, the time we've been here, etc. So
Either way, it probably wouldn't matter because we can't make it there in a week, right? It takes 2 weeks to get there.
Roughly, yeah. Assuming everything works.
Mm.
So,
It's just that we need to return the mare to her town as soon as possible, because not only is it's not just the Oasis that's getting attacked; it's pretty much every city there. But the Oasis, being the largest city, is also one of the most like at danger right now. Not only because of like the mayor not being there, but the person who she left in charge is going against her will and didn't even listen to our warning.
Yeah. So again, if this guy is on the way, we can do that. But I guess if this is very important to bring the mare there, we can just forget about the guy for now, bring the mare, do what we need to do there, then come back and get the guy, then come back all the way here with him.
Periwinkle will like start like making noise at Ember. And it's just like looking at at him curiously.
Because either way, we probably should get moving, seeing as we don't have time for either.
Alright. By the way, Mayor, trying to remember what her name is. Out of character.
Eliza.
Eliza, right. How much of a deposit are you going to be out on your
oh, the Moor Riders, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought them, so I mean,
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
the innkeeper still has them. We passed by the same inn.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
who took Eliza's map? Was that you, Scraps?
Leaf
No,
had the
Leaf had
papers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we took the map.
Leaf will walk closer and sorry, we were trying to find you and it looked like information on you, and she hands the papers back.
thank you. I mean, all it really is just paperwork, but thank you. Now, could we possibly see and make sure that my girlfriend is alright?
Yes. So how many of these more riders do you have?
Well, I guess now I have two, because the previous owner, that was the other one, is gone.
No, it says, well, when we get back to the town, I can see about buying a cart. We can attach him to a cart and all ride in it.
I thought they moved by, like, grabbing tree branches or something.
They do.
Are they pack animals?
They are pack animals. They tend to jump from tree to tree to get faster movement, but they can run straight through. Although the biggest issue of making a cart will be the swampland and the wheels getting stuck in the muck.
So King says, is there a way for us, do you know of a way for us to buy more of these things? Because we might need more of them. I don't think we can fit
They're really expensive.
so much.
We'll be heading by ship before long here. So we
And
don't
we
particularly
do-
need to bring any with us.
we have a transport stone to get back to the dock.
Right.
Or rather, Nella points at Ember. He does.
Okay, because I asked.
Or,
you
no,
to
I
get
have
there.
the stone. What am I talking about?
Get there, you said by transportation, so I felt like we needed horses or mounts of some sort. Okay, so we can just
No,
teleport.
I didn't realize she had bought them. I thought she had rented them.
We can teleport
The
to
point
these
is-
docks and then take a ship there.
We know some people that have a ship. Yeah, we might be able to buy a fare.
They already told us that we would be allowed passage back.
Oh, did they?
I asked before we left.
Oh, that's smart. Okay. Yeah. So the only thing that we need is make a transport stone for here. Then we need to go to the inn to get the more riders, and then we need to go back to the port.
By the way, out of character, are transport stones common, uncommon? What?
Uncommon.
Uncommon? Okay.
They're pricey.
Yeah.
The only thing I know. Consumable uncommon.
The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is that they do not know that we will be bringing 3 more companions with us.
But I did
were-
tell them that Nella points to the back of her left hand that this symbol is part of our curse. Or like close to that, I guess. So like, oh, I only told that one guy.
These
Yeah, you're right.
people that you have passage, do you pay them and they just take you across?
They are
Ember
allowing us
won an
as
arm
friends.
wrestling contest.
They lost a drinking contest.
Oh, it was a drinking contest.
Sure, we can pay the difference if we need to.
Yeah. They usually just ask for us to work in labor on the ship.
Well, I can work.
Then I suppose we should get going.
From what I understand, I've got our
Um,
passage covered.
Where should I
That
put
ship's not
the
going
mark?
anywhere without me.
We may place the marking this way.
Why is the ship not going anywhere without you?
Navigator died.
Navigator died, and I'm the only qualified navigator.
So these people have a ship but can't use it unless you're there.
Is
You may
this
place it.
is this a similar contraption to the one that Shonda has?
Make an Arcana check. It looks kind of the same. Like it does have the arcs, like the little archways and everything, but it doesn't look exactly the same.
Does it have writing on it?
No.
Damn. Okay. Then Leaf puts her mark here, and I'll just do like a little
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
And then carefully places the stone back into her corset. Which, by the way, now that I think about it, she's going to try and tight lace her corset.
All right, go ahead and make a DC. Let me just double check it one quick.
Is that 15?
Tight
Yeah,
lacing.
full tight lacing. And actually, she's before trying it, she's going to, because she knows he ain't gonna fucking help. She's gonna like come over here and like, hey Noah, can you help me really quick? Come here.
Oh, sure. What's up?
Can you help me tight lace this?
Oh, sure.
Right, make a dexterity check.
Saving
Nala
throw or
Leaf?
check?
Check.
Nala or Leaf?
It's gonna be me. I do it.
Yeah, Leaf
Okay,
is the one who's doing it.
Nala's just helping you.
You give me advantage, basically.
Yeah.
Yes. Helping.
Fuck! Wait, no!
That's a
15.
15.
Ah!
Yeah.
I
You
just
managed
got.
to get it done, and you make like a little bit of a flourish to it as well. Give it a nice little, cute little bow. You now have a tight-laced corset of holding.
So, you put down the sigil?
Yep.
So we can leave.
Yes.
Ember, we can leave.
Huh? Oh. Okay. Bye, Shock Buddy.
The ferret kind of
It
squeaks.
swims at you again as it bonks its head on the glass.
King looks at
See
Ember and
difference?
says,
He does like me.
do you like all animals, or do you just like monstrosity? I don't know.
I'd say I like all animals that don't try to tear me open.
He
What
hates
is your-
lamp rats.
What is your favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Probably a wolf. Like the wolves back at home. They're always very friendly.
King nods says, I had a dire wolf.
Ooh. That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, I guess they're just normal sized wolves to us, compared to yours wolves.
I guess so.
That would be a very large puppy.
Anyways, don't we have a town to save?
Yeah.
Yes, we do need to get moving.
All right. Goodbye,
Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
Were you about to call him an asshole?
I was going to have to call him Fassalon. That is not his name. I should leave.
Bye.
Do we have to actually leave the lab to use the stone?
Well, we're going to the inn first because she bought animals. We might as well keep animals. Like, it would be kind of cool.
Leaf makes sure that the mayor joins us.
She
Yeah, I
joined me.
think King's still carrying her?
Who?
Mare.
Alright.
I mean, are you?
Yeah, she's on her. She's standing around now. Leaf, this is the first time you walk in. Make a history check for me.
Nice.
Oh yeah, out of character, whoever seen the little nice place over here, if you want to go and look at it, this is your chance.
The what?
1 second, just trying to.
I didn't see it, so I can't mention it, but I don't remember who's seen it.
Leaf, you seen this place? You remember that it looks almost exactly like the quote unquote swamps that Mista used to have. Only more luminescent. Like the plant life is more vibrant and alive.
It's like how I remembered Mr. being.
Welcome home.
It makes me sad to think about how the rest of the swamps are right now, though.
But at least
Yeah.
that does give confirmation that what Thaddeus is doing does actually result in a healthier place, even if it does make the creatures a bit more dangerous. But also, you notice that there is a shack and a glowing tree just above you to the left here.
Leaf is gonna be like, "Hey guys!"
Oh yeah.
I think that's Thaddeus's house.
Oh, the magma tree. Yeah, there's a magma tree over there.
Oh,
That's also
that's
like,
also cool.
do we really have time to like be going and trying to investigate every little thing?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Thaddeus didn't live here, he found this lab recently. So whoever's house that is, that's... No, King says that might be important. It might have been the person who had this lab before Thaddeus, which might have information on this whole time thing, so we probably should check it out.
Wait.
Well, we're going to
Was
be
your
back
tomb-
here, aren't we?
Was your tomb a lab before Thaddeus got there?
Yeah. He found it.
Huh?
He found the lab and me in it.
Huh.
Mentioned that before.
He found the tomb and made his lab there. That's the way. That's the order of.
That's what I understood.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, it was a thing before I was there. Before he was there.
Because Richard made it. Yeah.
The tomb itself was made by Richard. Yeah, the tombs were created from Richard. For us.
Or someone under Richard, yeah, but
Okay, but whoever made this prior to him getting there, that could be their house, potentially? Or could have been their house?
I mean, fair enough, but also, we will be back. I suspect Thaddeus will want to take more samples from us, and subsequently we will have to return.
Make perception rolls.
All of us?
All of you.
Oh boy.
Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom.
Firn and Scraps. The two of you notice as you are all discussing this, what looks to be like a large shadow of something with wings fly above you towards that direction.
Towards the direction of the house.
Yes.
Does this shadow look shock-like?
It does not. It looks like it has two pairs of wings.
Oh, hey, look, a shark. No,
What?
that's not a shark.
Hmm?
What is that?
What are you talking about?
You didn't see it.
No, but
Oh,
now
I
that
thought I heard my name. Oops.
No.
I'm looking.
Wait, Ember
see if
didn't
I can
roll.
see the source of this shadow.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so am I.
What?
Ember didn't roll.
yeah,
He
Ember
did,
didn't
But
roll.
he did it in the
Leaf.
GM. He did it in the whisper.
Why?
Oh, oops. I've had that set up for a bit. I
Stop
forgot.
it!
Anyway, what was that Noah and or other Scraps and Firn are doing?
I'm
Looking
looking
up.
up to see what may have cast a shadow.
The sunlight is a bit too bright, but you can see it's a bit of like a round shape.
How big does this thing look?
Kind of big. About as big as King, if not slightly bigger, but it's only from distance that it kind of looks like that. Because it's like flying
Do you
fairly
see
high.
something? Scraps?
I will
Oh.
point.
Leaf will then also look at thing.
You look up and you also see what they're seeing as it's flying towards the hut.
Yeah, King's already walking towards the hut. He said, either way, I'm gonna go check it out. It'll take a minute. We don't need to investigate the whole house just to see.
Yeah, Leaf is
Okay,
gonna
but
join
what-
looking up at the thing.
So it just looks like a round blob?
It looks like something round flying above you.
Okay, yeah, and that was heading towards the shack.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
I
Could
guess we're
this be
going
what
in.
made those footprints?
No, that blew up.
As you guys
That
are
blew up.
walking,
What?
It blew up when it ran into a magma tree, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think it did.
Okay, but like,
Skeleton was
consider
up
this. No
far-
other magma trees have blown up.
Yeah, but if something that something else we had bones from that was smaller. If that thing had hit the magna tree, there would have been remains.
There were remains of the big thing, yeah.
There were remains of a lizard that was roughly 10 to 15 feet tall. The footprints were like 30 feet wide.
Oh.
And I mean,
Is this magma tree about to explode?
all right. As you guys approach, you see that raindrop leaf. A tear comes to your eye as it looks almost exactly like raindrop was before. Only the difference is that there's much less houses. Only one house. There's vibrant life, waterfalls, and a singular hut. And you do see those to be like a small sapling, like of a magma tree growing by it.
And
You'll
what about
see-
this thing?
And you see what looks to have landed a rather large sea turtle, but with instead of the flaps, it's more wings, like a dove. It's landed as it
Instead of its arms?
instead of like the arm and leg flaps, it's more dove wings.
Oh, that's
As it-
horrifying.
As it
What
has
is the
landed.
group like? Is that an enemy? I don't. Have you seen this before?
It's landed and it doesn't need to take really much care to you as it's just kind of like making a little spot on the ground.
Have I seen these creatures before?
You have not. King, as you are approaching the bushes, you
Oh, sure.
make a nature check. You recognize that these bushes appear to be weed.
Hey guys.
Bush.
Oh, okay. Now he's back.
Ah,
Welcome back.
so last thing I heard was sapling of a magnet tree growing by it. Did I miss anything after that?
You missed the good kush.
So what happened before that is that you guys saw the not flying above, looking to be a sea turtle, but instead of the flaps for its front and back legs, it's more like dove wings as it has landed and kind of making a little spot on the ground.
Easily jump that.
Sapling,
No.
turtle dove.
Here is the
Oh,
sapling.
fucking hell, I just realized the pun.
Pun.
Turtle dove's a real animal, and that's a turtle dove.
God damn it.
Ugh. Is that a bomb? What?
What is that?
What is this? Oh, there's a bridge.
I forgot to add the bridge,
Okay.
so I'm just adding it
Is
now.
that a bomb?
I mean, it looks like something I'd see in CSGO. Don't forget Alt-Tab, or Alt to place.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Doesn't
Yeah.
jump the water then instead of he walks over the bridge.
Yeah, he walked over the bridge. Can you notice that the plants that you were walking past appear to be marijuana plants?
He just keeps walking. He doesn't. Trying to hurry because everyone, it's we have time sensitive stuff. So he just wants to go check and knock on the door.
Scraps, that doesn't have feet. And then Nala goes off towards King.
All right. You look at the bridge that they walked on. It looks translucent, almost like magical.
Leaf kind of wanted to approach the turtle dove, but everyone's walking towards the house, so she kind of hurries back.
All right. As you knock on the door, a moment passes as you see a tall, well, not so much tall, shorter than you, but fairly tall furbolg with a bun in his hair, holding a bit of a walking staff. He looks fairly young, but he also looks completely toasted. Dude, you're tall.
Do
Yeah.
I recognize
Do you
It's terrible.
plants?
do you know by chance of the tomb next to your house over there? And he points towards the direction of the lab, I guess.
Oh yeah, that's the Thaddeus professor dude. He's weird.
Before that, do you know anything about the place?
I knew it was a hole.
You know anything about the time travel stuff and Chronos? No? Okay. Never mind. Sorry for wasting your time.
That's cool, man.
Turns around like, you guys have any other questions for this guy?
Leaf will start collecting seeds and flour.
You get
For what, though?
4
Like,
seeds
for-
and 4 flowers.
Okay, but you know what I mean when I say flour. So is it like 4 nugs, or is
Yes,
it...
4 nugs.
How big are the nugs? Are they little nugs, or are they big long boys?
They're about silver dollar sized.
Okay, so not...
This is somebody's
Alright.
property. Are you stealing someone's... Wait, what is this?
This is... I'm just collecting seeds. They won't miss them. And Leaf starts
I'll,
walking away with the seeds, Leaf in hand. Like, not... Nope, not answering. This is
I'll-
mine now!
Just for me though, Nala, you need to make perception real quick. Actually, also Scraps, since you're also there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just watching this thing.
I got a 15.
You see that the tree growing here, all around it, as well as you, Scraps, both of you see that the tree and what's going around it is the same flower that the woman from the church was asking for.
Aha. I will go collect some.
All right.
Hey, I didn't catch your name.
Hmm.
I'm Nala. Is your name...
Oh no, my name's Ron, dude.
Nice to meet you, Ron. I noticed that you had some flowers next to that tree. Someone asked us to collect some. Would you mind if we did that?
No, sure, go ahead. Tracy has no problem with that.
Is that the name of the tree?
Yeah, that's Tracy. He points to the other one over here, which also is Glenda Flowers. That's
So,
Glenn.
Tracy. Who's this one?
Glenn.
Glenn.
Then he points to the Nana tree. And that's Wanda.
And do you have a name for the turtle with dove wings?
He looks over. Whoa. That's pretty
What was a good
dope.
name?
That's cool.
No, that's a bad macro.
Is it magical?
It is not Matt.
Hmm.
Well,
Not even like the
thanks,
chaotic
Ron.
magic in the area?
Nope.
Hmm.
I mean, there shouldn't be. There's so many shocks pooping out the chaotic magic. But, thanks, Ron.
No
Where
We
was
should be
Ember
in the
this
area
entire
again,
time?
so I'll be sure to drop by.
Hey, mi casa, su casa.
And, sorry, I think one of my friends was digging through one of your bushes. I'm, not sure what that was about, though.
Oh,
And Ella
you know?
points.
I mean, if she wants more, I just finished up a couple of cookies.
She might like that. I mean, I know she eats flowers a lot, so I don't see why she wouldn't like cookies. I'll ask her.
Sure,
Thanks.
go ahead.
Have a good day.
I can't believe I was talking to a lizard, man.
Oh, now I feel like I need to go trip him out. A giant guy, a lizard, now a bee.
I mean, he's a furblong, right? Can he talk to like little animals and stuff?
Yeah, but he's also talking to a tree, so I mean.
Yeah, they can do
And
that.
perhaps go ahead and roll nature.
Oh, did you notice too?
You grab 6 flowers.
How many did she want?
She only really need 1.
Oh. Yeah, Ron said it was okay if we took some.
Anyway, Ike, you could also place token.
Oh,
What does Ember do when he sees Turtle Dove?
Ember's here now.
What does Ember do when Ember sees Turtle Dove?
Ember doesn't see me yet.
Ember doesn't see Turtle Dove?
Ember does see Turtle Dove.
Ember now sees Turtle Dove.
Periwinkle, noticing you getting closer, will hop off of you and run back to leave. Not wanting to be near the turtle dove.
Turtle Dove.
The Turtle Dove doesn't seem to mind you approaching it, as it's made a little spot to nuzzle on. And
I'm going to pet it.
alright.
Ember?
As you pet it, its skin feels like its shell feels weird. Like it's rough, but the roughness is almost like it's because the grooves on it feels more like feathers. As you can see, that head is more. Its body's more white, but its underbelly, you can see from this angle, has more of a deep blue and with white patches, almost like to act as camouflage for flying above.
Ember?
I'm going to get so much salmonella from petting this turtle shell.
That's a really big animal. And what's salmonella?
I'm going to get so many diseases petting this thing.
Oh, Ember, let's leave the nice, massive animal alone,
But-
please.
But But he's
It's
nice.
minding its business.
It's the only animal that hasn't attacked us so far. It's awesome. I want to spend time with it.
I think everyone else is in a rush.
Oh, are we leaving?
I
You
mean,
really should be, yes.
I'm sorry, I've been getting it wrong. Periwinkle is not a ferret, she's a weasel right now.
At this point, you see several smaller versions of the turtle dove flying down and making spots on the ground around it. Smaller, I should say. Like, pretty much to the size
Oh,
fit into your hand.
no.
It's so
Those-
small.
they're so small.
They're so precious. I'm going.
Watch your step. Make sure you don't step on any.
I'm going to pet one.
You pet one.
That's a bad idea.
You pet one as basically like only like you can only like get 2 fingers on it just to rub it just slightly. Like it's just that tiny.
I want to keep it.
Nala's watching the mom, and like, is Ember doing anything that Mama Turtle doesn't like?
The mama turtle doesn't seem to mind, and doesn't really appear to be the mama. It's just more so just the big one.
Hmm.
You notice that one kind of lagging behind as its one of its wings is kind of like flapping a bit weird as it just kind of makes a wonky landing.
So I'm now
Oh.
realizing weasels are a lot smaller than ferrets.
We
Likely
should.
why they have a different name. Nala wants to go over to that baby that's hurt, or just flying weird.
King looks at Ember and
But
says,
it feels like one of its wings is a bit broken, like one of the back left wings.
Nala's gonna cast Cure Wounds on it.
All right. As you emit the light
That
from your
not
finger,
roll.
I'll allow it. As you emit the light from your finger, you tap it as it heals back into place, as it's now right as it's fitting the rest of the body.
King looks at Ember and says, "Do you know of these creatures?"
No.
He's talking to Ember.
No, but I love them.
They're more
Oh.
about. They're like the babies are about this thing. I'm putting them on button. That-
Yeah. King says, like, maybe you shouldn't take one if you don't know how to take care of it. You wouldn't want it to die.
I haven't taken one.
I'm just saying, maybe you shouldn't. If you want,
Yeah,
when we
but-
get back to a
like
town.
that. They're about weasel size, Leaf or Sage.
when we
Well,
get back,
I'm just showing the weasel because that's how small Periwinkle is right now, and I didn't know that. Like, she's so cute.
when we get back to the town, we can see about getting you a pet wolf.
Ember looks ecstatic, but then he sort of just shakes his head and just we're losing focus. We gotta go. There's people.
King nods. Can I make an insight check to see what's going on with this? Because he seems really weird about this.
What the weird fusion creatures?
No. Like Ember, the way he acts, like he's like very cutesy with these animals.
That's par for the course for Ember.
Yeah.
Nothing is out of the ordinary so far.
Well, no, like the idea of him, like how he like kind of like shook himself out of it. Like, no, we have to go, right? He got real serious
Oh
real
yeah, that's
fast.
out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah, did something
That's pretty-
change?
No, that's just him.
Okay. Well, King's gonna, I guess, approach him like, "Are you all right?"
Yes, we need to go.
Oh, what's something? You like animals, correct?
I do, but there's many people that are depending on us right now, and well, I can't give in to my impulses and gawk over animals all day.
King nods like, "That's smart, but yeah, if you like animals, you should get one as a pet."
Yes, but maybe another time. We need to go.
As I said, when we get back to a town, we can see about properly doing it. Yeah, he walks away.
While all that's happening, Scraps, Leaf, Fern, are you three? Any of you doing anything?
Leaf
Just
will look to
heading
Fern
out.
and hold out Perry. Do you want to play with her?
The tiny creature can ride upon my shoulders.
Leaf holds out Perry to Fern, and Perry jumps onto him and climbs up onto his shoulder.
A tiny friend.
All right, so walking away, as you are all walking away, Ron looks at her and is like, "Later, weird guys."
We kind of just walk onto his property. Leaf stole some seeds.
To
Nella
be
shouts
fair,
back.
do you really think this is his property? Like he bought this land and built a house on it? Or did you think he's walked over here and built a house on it?
And started growing marijuana.
Yeah, that's basically what he probably did, right?
I like to think he's just wandering around. There was naturally marijuana growing there, so he just kind of stopped and hasn't
No.
moved since.
This man very likely causes the existence of marijuana.
Well, marijuana's been around for a while.
Just
Why are
so
we
you
back
know,
here?
Just so you know, right in there, just a whole forest of mushrooms.
Ah! Why didn't I check it out? Oh,
I know, right?
mushy.
And yes,
Why do you
who's
like
gonna do
mushrooms?
It's
Are you
safe on
talking about
shrooms.
my
What do you expect?
character or my kid or me in
I was
real
gonna say
life?
because Sage likes mushrooms. That's why she likes mushrooms.
Oh, yeah, that would explain it then. Okay.
Nala, make perception check.
Okay. Because Nala would be very interested in the mushrooms, but yeah. And she did, like, shout, "Buy wrong." Or "Buy Ron."
Mhm. You notice something small and wings flapping following you as you guys are walking away.
Nala's gonna try to shoo it back to the big one. Is that animal handling?
Yes.
Not your mama.
Not your mama.
It lands by your feet as it looks up at you.
Not the
And your
mama.
mama. Leaf picks up the turtle.
Leaf picks up the turtle.
Sorry, Nala picks up the turtle. 4-letter words, okay? 4-letter words. I am now this. I am now this baby's mother. Okay, this is fine.
Basically, like, you hold between like your two fingers, just so you can like pick it up carefully. If you're like just, or you can just like hold it in just your single palm of your hand as it goes.
Yeah. Okay. Just gonna hold the turtle. This is fine. This is good. All is good in the world.
All right, you are now have a pet. You can see Ember being jealous.
It's so small.
I feel like it makes it worse that he doesn't even have Periwinkle to pet anymore because Periwinkle is now on Fern's shoulder.
Yeah, you guys continue making your way through. Leaf, the time you would know, it is around 3 p.m.
Okay, so about mid-afternoon.
And you guys continue.
Scraps. Scraps would know where the inn is.
Pretty much was south-ish of us.
Okay.
Alright. Leaf, you see that the swamp as the area you're all passing through as you're walking by slowly starts to look more sickly and sickly as this like progressive thing. You can see the trees being more looking rather sick and the bark softer as the
And I'm assuming in those weaker areas I start seeing more of that chaotic magic.
as you walk by you see more of the chaotic magic and the water in the area around you as you make your way on by.
While we're traveling, can we take a 5-minute break real quick since we've been going for 2 hours?
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
damn.
like to make myself a cup of tea.
Alright.
Also put ice in my water.
A small break for everyone. I'm going to be back.
Oh yeah. Kevin, I have
Yeah?
another. I have another thing for what your character might look like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's The Friendly Shadow. It's a short film. It's only in black and white, but it's a robot wearing a hat. I just sent you in DMs.
Yeah, Fred, you now have one pet.
If anything happens to them, I am going to kill everyone that I know and then myself. You don't know what you have done, okay?
And just so you know, when it feels like it's in danger, it just puts all of its wings and head inside its body.
I would hope so.
I'm a little
It's-
worried about its ability to detect danger. It's just like, oh, these weird freaks, one of whom appears to be on fire.
To be fair,
Yeah, but
they are ectotherms, so...
one of them,
Sorry?
and the one fixed its wing. So I mean,
Oh,
I am
yeah,
Rama
true.
now. So yeah.
but yeah, everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
take a
I
break, get your-
understand that it probably has like 4 or less health, which is terrifying. Huh. And I'm just gonna
this is
grab
what's
soda.
going to- But here's the thought for you: as you grab a soda, the big one you saw wasn't even fully grown.
It's not fully grown? The big
The
one?
the big one is not fully grown now.
Oh no. I'm gonna have so many mouths to feed. Ah.
I have the Dungeon Master's Guide.
But yeah, all of you get your stuff. I'm also gonna get something too. Also, Spike.
What?
Oh, I think Spike already left.
You there? You hear me? Hello?
Oh, you didn't leave. Can you hear
Oh
me?
yeah, yeah. I just heard also Spike. What's up?
I just want to let you know I love you, and then I'm gonna get something to snack.
I love you too. What? You're cutting out though, but I think I heard you say that.
That is what I said. Yes.
Okay, I somehow acquired food without trying.
Well, that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, I just got handed fish. So yeah, are you the only one still here?
Maybe?
No.
Oh, welcome back. So yeah, did you see the friendly shadow? Or like the character design?
Yeah. I haven't actually watched it yet.
Dude, it's like 20 minutes. Don't bother with it tonight.
Right.
And even if you did, I'd be mad at you for doing that instead of sleeping. Because like I know you're nocturnal, but like...
Yeah. Well, and I need to be up during the day tomorrow, so...
Oh. Oh, you're messing with your sleep so that you reverse cycle for a bit?
A little bit. Mostly it was just that today I had things I had to do, and so I wasn't able to get to sleep the time I needed to, you know?
Uh...
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So I just learned that apparently the Magic Knight Ray Earth game for the Sega Saturn was not the original. That there was a Super NES version available only in Japan. And that it turns out the anime came before the game, not the other way around. Which bugs the hell out of me that they wrote the one character completely out of the game and replaced him with a dog.
I have no idea what you just said. Magic Knight?
Magic Knight Ray Earth.
Huh.
It's an old anime / video game. And apparently it's 2 video games.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright. So you guys can journey on through the swamp.
I don't know if sound's back.
Is sound back?
Or Spike.
Alright, then, just for the time being, you guys want to talk amongst each other as characters, or...
Ember's just walking.
Who knows what they eat? Oh my goodness, I'm a mother. Am I gonna die soon? So Nala's just gonna be having a panic attack.
Alright. Nala is freaking out. Does anyone notice?
They probably just
Ember-
think it's par for the course.
Ember is having internal monologue.
I will allow Nala to freak out. I'm just ignoring it. Because I remember what happened to the shock. And the first time we go into a dungeon...
You know what? Fair enough. It's me or it. That's how it works.
Alright. So you continue onward. Does Leaf or anyone else do anything? Scraps?
Not particular. Just heading to the inn.
Alright.
Is everyone back?
I just got back.
So
Okay.
sound is the AWOL. Wait, as opposed to being a wallflower, he's a wall currently?
On the count of 3, everyone at sound.
No.
1,
Making tea, it's fine.
I'm just
2,
gonna DM him bruh.
3.
Oh, if I'm
I DM'd him. It's fine.
usually time to make tea.
But now, yeah. No, you just. Okay. I'm just happy that it took you that long to realize it was a turtle dove.
You know what? Thank you for having faith in me.
I'm still waiting on the armadillo owl.
Alright. So, as you wander, you make your way through, sometimes kind of just slosh your way through as Sleepy realize that the swamp is now just completely thickly now. Rather, the area you were in. As little by little, you see the town in the distance.
I burn it to the ground.
Okay, then roll Anarchy.
Oh,
We need to get Mouse in here to figure out how exactly to do this.
Hi, Tiny Nala.
that was for squirrel time. Don't worry about that. You don't know about that.
But I'll
No,
say
Ember's
that you
here
guys
for a while.
came in from here.
Little do you know, I continued the joke.
Can get a rollable token.
Right?
Really sorry about this. I'll be back.
Okay.
I think we just go to the inn, get the whatever they are, the mounts. I don't know what they're called again.
More riders.
More bounders.
Okay, that was 2 different names.
Well, they were called more bounders originally, but everyone keeps calling them more riders, and so now they're more riders, I guess.
Alright.
So King looks at the mare and says, "So do you just need to go and get them, or do you need to check them out? I don't."
I should be able to just get them. And they're all mine. The Eliza wants over to
So do
grab
we
the
have
wood.
like a religious expert in this group, or is that pretty much me at this point?
I mean, anything to do with Arcana, I'm good with, and I'm. Let me look at my religion really quick. With religion, I'm okay at religion. It's not my best, but I'm pretty good at it.
I have just like rolled really well every time I've had to roll religion.
Well, I feel like it's easier for you. You can just look it up.
Hey, Riddle, what kind of plant would become a sable?
A
What?
what?
Like, okay, so a sable is like, it's similar to weasels, but like bigger, and they're very cute. But like, what kind of plant would become a sable?
A pineapple.
Why?
Look at the sable's body, right? Chubby body, long tail. Now look at pineapple.
I'm not sure we're looking at the same creature here.
SABLE, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it looks kind of like a weasel, but bigger. usually with bigger ears.
Hmm. I have to think on it
It's
and I'll get
this
back to you.
thing.
I'll think on it and get back to you on that.
It's a friend.
Wait. No, yeah, that's what a pineapple. Body is the pineapple, the tail is the pineapple stem, and it just has head and legs.
Baby.
Yeah, Ember and King, you see as she approaches the Moorbounders, she carefully rubs the side of their heads as you see that they're have a kind of like a panther-like head and arms and legs with the scaly body and everything. They have already saddles on them as she carefully grabs the reins and starts escorting them out as they're following, kind of like twitching their eyes every now and then to look at the area. Alright. We have, I can't promise they'll be able to carry all of us, though. Especially you. You are quite large.
Apparently, we're teleporting to the docks.
Oh.
Leaf will make her way over to the...
Alright. See Eliza holding the Moorbounders by the reins. So we're teleporting then.
Yep. Nala has the rock.
She said you had it.
No.
Then she
Nala has
said
the
that.
rock.
Then she corrected herself and said that she had it because Ember had it and then returned it to her. Nala, are you coming?
Nala.
He's AFK, but I assume he comes? Yeah.
She does come, but she comes better with a partner.
I get it.
Alright. So how's everyone day going?
The reason why I was late coming back was I was opening Amazon packages. I just got an amazing device to sit on.
It's a
That
dildo!
sounds weird.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a dildo.
So it's an
Flashlight.
Yeah.
It's a fuck. What are they called? The donuts that you sit on when you have hemorrhoids.
Why do you have one?
It's my hemorrhoids
Sorry.
acting up.
What?
So I have an anal fissure apparently. That was why like I had problems with my butt. So you know, only one way problem. So yeah. So recently my I guess hemorrhoids came back. They come and go just based off because of the way I have to sit because of the anal fissure whatever. But yeah, so I got a donut thing and my butt's been hurting. And I just put it down and sat on it. And I'm like, this ain't gonna do anything. I'm like, the pain is gone. That's amazing. I don't know. That's super weird to me that I can just like my butt hurts and then I sit on this thing and it like doesn't hurt anymore.
You are a very sharing type person.
So I'm streaming and it's being recorded.
Sorry,
Holy
I'm back.
shit!
You
This
are
is gonna be on
a
YouTube.
timely sharing person.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm back, by the way.
I'm back.
We're ready to leave.
Also,
Alright.
earlier I was eating McDonald's in a tub. Highlight of my day.
Alright, so
Yeah,
now you
that's a good
remember
idea.
now you remember the instructions for the transport stones is that when thrown you only have a 5-second window.
How? Okay, who's seen a transport stone work before?
Wait.
Has
I've
anyone?
seen it.
Out of here. I thought you had asked the guy if there was time for multiple people to get through.
I know there is. It's just a matter of whether or not we can just like all ride on more riders and then just run.
It's
All right.
interesting. Now, when you say 5 seconds, do you mean D&D time 5 seconds, or do you mean like real life 5 seconds?
Yes.
Because technically, a turn is 6 seconds. So, if you throw that and then we all take our turn, we can all get inside of it because all our turns happen simultaneously. So each person moves and walks through it.
Then it's
Right.
then you just better be quick.
You have one turn basically. If you decide not to move through it during your turn, you miss the window basically.
Yeah.
By the way, are we sure? Is this thing big enough for, like, how big of a portal does it make?
That's why I asked, has anyone seen this work before?
I've seen one before.
How big was the opening?
How big was the opening, Aaron?
Like double doors.
So double doors more rider?
Well, a double door would be 10 feet because one door is 5 feet, correct?
Yes.
So more rider.
They are, yeah, they're 10 feet wide. They're
Yeah.
like,
Okay. So the more riders can fit. That's good.
So
they just
Okay.
long boys, so they couldn't
yeah.
fit sideways.
So King says so. You have the ability to teleport once. Is that correct?
Yes, and we can all fit through.
Okay.
Or we should be able to, but we just need to be ready because it's probably gonna be a very short window.
So,
yeah.
how about this? You can move them, right? And she's talking to the mayor.
Yes.
They'll follow your orders. Then I'd say
I
get
mean,
them prepped and
they're
have
pretty
the portal
obedient.
be here.
Says I guess we can each 2 people can take one of them each to pull them through. I guess.
I'll ride one through. And she gets on top of the more
Leaf
bounder.
approaches this one.
King's like any of you guys are really good with
It
animals.
looks at you as its eyes kind of like has 2 different eyelids that blink. Just
Does it seem aggressive towards me?
no, it just seems to be sniffing at you. Its long nose just taking big huffs.
Allowing it to sniff and recognize, and then trying to ride. Get on.
All right, you carefully mount it. Roll animal handling.
Haha. Can you not?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
That's
Nope.
why
Nope. Nope.
King
Nope.
said like, is anyone good with animals?
No. Get on, and it seems to just have you on its back.
Leaf tries to get it to move forward slightly, so that way she's prepped. So she tries to get it just to move forward, like this.
It takes a couple steps forward as you're kind of like wobbly on it.
And I was like, okay, well I guess if you're okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so I can. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it at that wall.
Yeah, King looks over at I don't know what sounds character.
Firn.
Firn.
Firn. Okay, Firn. Says I don't mean to be I don't know if this is even saying racist, but can you speak to them?
I mean, I have speech of beast and leaf, but I can't. I can convey a concept to them. I can't guarantee their understanding, nor can I understand them.
Mainly because I assume this portal thing we're going to might be very strange to them, so I was just going to see if you can tell them not to be scared of it. We're just going somewhere.
So would the concept be soon make door? Go through? Or how does your thing work, Fern?
Linked it earlier in chat.
I mean, I would probably just tell them that they need to go into the light that will come shortly.
Hey, Ember, did you put it inside the ship?
That's what I
Or like
told
on top of the
George when I
deck?
put him down.
Top deck.
Top deck? Okay, so it would be into the light then. Okay.
I mean, I was
Yeah,
just assuming that since it's a portal, it would be glowing, but you know.
Okay.
I
And
assume all portals look like the Stargate.
Just whatever you want to just let them know that something's going to be different probably for them. That it'll be fine if they go through it. We're all going through it.
it would be better if we wait for them to get into position, though. Eliza, I'm gonna throw it over at that wall, but you seem to know what you're doing, so maybe
If Firn
let
can
me
kind of talk to
first.
them, would it not be better to have Firn try to ride the other one, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to injure it. I am concerned that I would be a little big for riding it.
I mean, they're designed, they can carry 2 to 3 normal-sized humans, right?
So yeah, King looks at, I guess, Fern and says, like you're the size, I guess a decent size human. Not that big.
I'm of a reasonable height.
So out of character, you said you were short for your people.
A little bit.
Yeah. So he's
I'm
like,
pretty sure you're like 6'5".
I'm a little taller than that, like maybe like 6'8". So I'm taller than like most.
okay.
Like,
I thought I heard earlier you were 6 feet tall. Never mind.
no.
I said 6 something.
Okay. Never mind then. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Because
technically
King was
for
just thinking
all-
you're like a really short fur blogger, like, but then like a normal sized human or something.
Are these all children? I see.
I'm gonna try and direct the lizard to go this way. Or not lizard, the Moor Rider.
Yeah,
it's not the lizard
Mush,
to
if
go
you
over
can get
here.
it over here, that would be best. I think it needs to be
Yeah.
against the wall.
And directed towards the wall. Like
Right.
crawling this way.
It
And to
takes
face
slow
this way.
steps as it gets here, and like you're having a hard time staying balanced, but you're there.
When you say slow steps, is it like it's about to make it within 5 seconds through a portal, or no?
Mm-hmm.
I can judge its speed by moving. I just don't know.
Oh, we do need to get this
Eliza-
through quickly.
Does this guy always move so slow?
Not always.
Is there like a reins for him or something?
I mean, I'm holding the reins right now, aren't I?
Yeah. So King's gonna walk up and like kind of hold on to one of them to kind of like guide it a little bit as well. Try and help.
So, I think it's a bit late to help, but it might be just the right time to do a check yourself.
Wait, did you already open the portal? I didn't hear you say that you
No,
put it on the
no.
thing yet.
Nala hasn't done that. Nala hasn't done that.
Yeah. King's like, I'm not really that great with animals, but I can try.
Roll ammo handling.
And I bribe it by giving it a ration.
Roll ammo handling.
Well, will that give him advantage?
That's why I was asking for that, but it's fine.
It eats the ration.
Okay, if everyone would get inside the stable.
Firn. That includes you.
Yeah,
I'm
so,
in the stable.
No, you're not.
can you...
Yes, I am.
Now
You're
you are.
lagging, so you might be behind. It's fine.
Can you get them closer to the wall?
Leaf tries to like push me forward slightly.
All right.
Fern, can you just, like, scream hurry at some point, like when I open the portal?
Why?
Or, like, you said that you can convey a concept, right? Like a concept of you'll get cut in two if you don't hurry up? Like, but something that they'd understand, like maybe just hurry?
Move quickly.
Because I'm worried about the lizard that doesn't want to get close to the wall. that might not want to go through a door, and then we have to spend another week walking.
I have a feeling that King's gonna be grabbing her off the mountain, running through like a football.
Riddle, I'm going to tell the lizards to go quickly through the light when it appears.
All right.
Okay. Thanks then. Is everybody ready?
King
Yes.
Nala grabs the transport stone and throws it so that it appears here.
All right. As you throw it, it shatters on the wall as a large portal opens up. And the Moorbounder that leaves on freaks out as it starts to spaz out. I need King to make a strength check and Leaf to make an acrobatics check.
Do I at least get flung through the portal?
Very good rolls. 2 3s.
All right, so as the portal opens, the Moorbounder freaks out as it rears back. Leaf manages to hold on for the moment, but the grit pulls through your hands as the range just flies through. And then it just runs on the wall and bounces off the wall here, then here, then here, and it's just freaking out. By the first jump, Leaf, you have fallen on your butt. As is now free, just spazzing out.
What I want to try and do is, as it starts spazzing out, I want to like.
Keep in mind, you have very little time.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I want to like run up to it, hit it like in the butt. They're trying to like send it in direction towards the portal, and then run through the portal.
Well, it's currently on the wall, so.
I don't have any increased movement speed stuff, so I'm just going to like help her up and run through the portal then.
Wait, no. Leaf is just gonna start crawling to the portal. She's saying fuck it,
Alright.
and crawls through the portal.
Did you make it through?
I can pretty much pick people up and walk normally, I think.
She did that. That's all very worried. Through the portal!
Alright.
And
Eliza and the Moorbounder get through.
does everybody follow the advice?
Is Difference listening?
I'm just going over it.
Ember listening?
Are we just leaving the other Moor Rider there then?
Eliza's in. Well, yeah. I mean, it freaked out. We can't do anything.
We did everything that we could, and we have a limited time.
Mm-hmm. What is it gotta do?
King's not
know.
leaving people behind, so if there's someone like behind, King's gonna grab them and run with them.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have any effect as everyone says, run to the portal! And Moorbounder continues to spaz out of it, just spazzes and runs all the way around.
You did it wrong!
I did not do it wrong. It does not understand common.
It's only supposed to be one word!
It needs to understand at least one of my languages, and it understands
Ow.
one of our languages.
Damn it!
All right.
Having a conversation? What's going on?
Yeah.
You can hear difference.
At this point, the portal was below deck,
It was.
so
They used a top deck.
no. He said the portal down here.
Oh, fair enough.
See?
Well, he told us it was on top deck.
Yeah, he just said it was on top deck.
Oh. It's been a few days.
Do we only
Wait.
have one more rider?
Did the other Moor Rider spasm and then just like run through
Yeah,
by
I am.
accident?
So as you all get through and you look behind, you see the more rider still freaking out as it jumps towards the portal, but it closes right as its head is through.
No, you meanie.
I feel like this was not necessary.
The poor
Like-
dumb coward.
Leaf will look at it very sadly.
Oh.
Wait, so
Wait,
only its head through? Or
Oh no, it didn't get its head cut off. It's just stuck there now.
Oh,
Wait, like its head's coming out of the wall? Or the floor?
Only its head is through.
Can we
Putting head.
try and pull it?
is it
through?
freaking out or anything?
There's 3
And
of
it's
them.
freaking out. It's like snarling. It looks like it's flailing its head around, but it can't move from that spot.
Well, you wouldn't try to pull it through. You're trying to push it back in because only its head's there. So
Okay, there's not 4 giant lizards in this room.
I think B's lagging because I keep hearing like laggy echoes or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
What do you mean? Any of them being placed down, so I'm gonna refresh, see if that will fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a floating morbounder head is now just freaking out as it's snarling and snapping at you, but can't move from that spot.
So which lizard is the one that's freaking out?
I'm trying to go back in so I can show you.
Yeah.
I'm going to get like a ration out of my pack and try and like give it to the lizard.
Well, it's freaking out.
Maybe food will make it calm down.
Roll animal handling.
That's the best we've had.
And of course, it
I'm
comes
still
from Firn.
getting back in, so I don't know what it is.
It's a 10 and a 15.
Was it that one? It's a 10 and a 15?
Mhm.
It snaps at your hand, but it has no interest in the food. It's just too busy freaking out. Like, it doesn't know why it can't move. It doesn't know where it is. It's just a big mess.
Okay, what
So,
if we
once the
try to...
portal starts to close? Is there a way to reopen that portal, or is this?
Nope.
Okay, guys, what if we, like, try to drag at the seam of the portal? Maybe break space-time? Let's
I'll
try.
try to get my fingers between its neck and the edge of the portal.
Okay, so Scraps and Nala are trying to wedge between the portal and the snapping Moorbounder head, trying to, like, stretch out the portal physically.
Do I know anything magically wise if this could, actually explode? Kind of like how if you put another bag of holding inside of a bag of holding.
I mean, we're just...
Roll Arcana.
We're not doing
You're trying to
that.
stretch a portal through space time, so that's why I'm trying to see. 19?
You would know that it would take a very large amount of physical power just to be able to pull one of its heads out. Just
So in
to
other
get
words-
like the inches it needs to break free.
So in other words, there's no danger to us for them trying this, but it seems fruitless.
Yeah.
Leaf says nothing and lets them try.
Fern will
All right.
try and help them.
All right. So I need you to make strength check.
Never using a transport stone again if this is a possibility. Like just being eternally stuck here, just like until it dies and rots to dust, and then the portal can close?
I mean, we can feed it and give it water here.
But if this is happening, you realize these things are uncommon items and people are throwing them around right and left. As we've seen, there are people who have been stuck this way.
Well, if we ever find any, legs out in the open, we know what happened.
Right.
Stepbro, what are you using that transport stone for?
Oh my god.
No! That is so bad.
That is very bad.
And
You should feel ashamed for how bad that was.
turtle dove.
I feel no shame for that.
Partridge in a pear tree.
So where's the mayor?
She's on board of this Moorbounder.
Well, I don't see her token, so that's why I'm confused.
It's not on the map.
Well, I am still trying to load in. It's saying the connection to my server has been
Okay,
interrupted,
okay.
so it's just giving me a hard time.
I didn't know
But
if you
anyway,
saw
if
the
you're going to try and
problems.
force the portal open, roll strength.
Yeah, so 3 people are rolling strength.
I'm back, by the way.
You know, 3 people rolling strength, or 1 person is rolling technically 3 times.
Well,
We're trying to
looks
push.
like Firn, Nala, and who? I think S.C.R.A.P.S wanted to try. S.C.R.A.P.S is trying.
Push.
By the way, I'm using my armor. So that's a 27. Nat 20.
Alright?
Yeah, so a 23, a 17, and a 27 nat 20.
So you all get your hands by the neck of this.
No.
You all get your hands by the neck of this Moorbounder as you're pulling and trying to force it enough to get through. The good news is that you start to get stretched open enough where it can wiggle its head now and is about to break free and be back on the other side. The bad news is that on the way there, it chomps down on King's arm and pulls it through as the portal closes, as now it's on his arm, and his arm is missing.
Fine. I pull it back.
You need to make another strength check, as it's just now, you feel like a very tight grip on your arm.
Okay, time to help him get his arm out. Nala's gonna try to, pull on King. You have advantage on this. Nala's helping you.
Okay.
It
21.
takes some effort. It takes some effort, but you get a little bit of movement, and then it just pops as it makes basically the sound of a cork being popped from a wine bottle as your arm is free. Like a fairly decent bite from a Moorbounder on your arm, but the situation is now all clear. And Eliza is on the current Moorbounder in the ship. You guys are not the most agile of people, are you?
Hey, to be fair, I don't know how anyone is allowed to ride these things if they're so poorly trained that you can't just tell them go and they go.
Well, it would probably help if you didn't just throw something that explodes right in front of its face. It has terrible depth perception.
Yours was fine.
Wouldn't like this.
Yeah, because I was guiding them.
Now I'm more
Okay.
convinced that these are the worst possible mounts. Because they travel through the jungle by leaping tree to tree at high speeds and have no depth perception?
They collide and they lash their claws onto whatever they hit.
That seems like it could go so poorly.
At this point,
Okay,
Farnham walks down, shouting,
We need to
"What in the hell is all the noise?
Hello.
Hi.
What the fuck is even more about? Jesus, the fuck is that creature? Oh, it's more.
Hello.
There seems to be a lot more of you now.
Only a few.
We found the mayor. Nala points at Eliza, and we found a few old friends. Points at King and
Greetings.
Wait, you met S.C.R.A.P.S, didn't you?
Yeah, I never met the scrap heap.
Leaf walks to King and just like wraps an arm around his leg because of how small she is, and is just like, friends.
Oh yeah, how tall is the ceiling?
Oh dear.
King, if you took a slight jump, your head would bump onto the top.
It's exactly 10 feet tall.
It's 10 feet 5 inches.
Also, guys, we should probably like start wrapping soon because Kevin will have to go for work.
Yeah.
Well, if it does have to go, then if we want to continue, we can. He'll just be in the hourglass, right, Kevin?
Yeah. Although if that's going to be a regular thing, I'm not sure about it. Like
Yeah,
if
Kind of
it's
a dick move.
every single week, yeah.
that's kind of.
Well, then we'll play it by ear then. But yeah, is there anything you want to do within time remaining that we have?
This actually seems like a good spot to end because we just got back to the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
So-
you all are in
As we
agreement?
managed to keep-
Mhm.
RP session.
All right. So we shall end it here. You have made it back to the ship with the mayor. You got the flowers. You have a baby sea turtle.
And a bunch of dead lamp rats.
And a bunch of dead lamp rats.
The dead lamp.
Literally a bunch.
And the current time is 4 p.m. So keep that in mind. And yeah,
Since
that's a
it
good
keeps
point.
a chat record.
So yeah, this is a good point to call it then.
All right.
Although the question is, do you guys decide to set sail immediately when you come back, or do you drop stuff off and then get sailing?
Well, I mean, a ship can't just immediately leave dock. I imagine they've got to, like, take care of a few preparations and whatnot.
You mean
And drop that stuff off where?
what stuff?
Oh yeah, the flower.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
lamp rats.
Yeah, and the lamp rats.
Yeah, I guess they can like, kind of split that up, right? Like, they can tell the captain what's going on, us leaving, where we're going, when can we leave, and then others can drop stuff off.
All right.
Yeah, but like that seems like a next session thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you could take care of it now. I mean, we do have 15 more minutes.
But like,
It's an entire conversation, and we run long with those.
yeah, and we can't really technically like experience both of those things like at the same time because you're only like one person. So like,